Okay, so of course this is the same Chibson I reviewed right out of the box, and I said I wasn't going to do much to it. Well, I wound up having to do some stuff to it because nut kind of had a hump in it, so I had to do some fret milling and all the kind of stuff that you have to do to any one of these Chinese guitars. So yeah, right out of the box, yeah, it was kind of playable. It's okay, you know, but it depends on your standards. I actually do play professionally a little bit, and I have some real Gibsons. See, it's not all about Chinese guitars with me. As a matter of fact, I don't have but 2 or 3 of them, you know, and I'm not really planning on getting any more. This was kind of the king of them all, y'all. I mean, really, this is about as far as a Chibson can go in terms of being more like the real deal in a lot of features. And it's still a long ways off, but it's a long ways off in the price. For whatever this was, $299, I have a custom shop Les Paul that I paid $7,000 for. And that was supposedly, I think it is, a really, really good deal for what it was. Because it's just, you know, it's kind of an irreplaceable holy grail of Les Paul guitars. Although it's relatively current, it's only about 6 years old. But, you know, they take them to such a state in terms of the quality of the woods, the quality of the workmanship, the setup, the finish, everything. It just do what these people don't do because you're only paying $299. Okay. What do I have to say about this thing after I have milled the frets? And of course, I said I wasn't going to replace the pickups. I did. There wasn't much wrong with the original pickups, but I just thought, you know what? They don't have that much in the way of guts, and I put these burst buckers in because I had like 2 or 3 sets. So why not? Why not throw them in there? Yeah, guitar kind of came to life a little bit. Polishing the frets and milling them kind of helped a little bit. But is it there? Is it like playing like a Gibson? No. Will it ever get there? I don't know. I'm not really sure. You know? But there isn't a reason to hate these things. I mean, yeah, it's a forgery. It says Gibson on it. But honestly, would you pick this thing up and say, oh, I have mistaken this for a real Gibson? I don't think so. I think you'd have to be a pretty gullible person. There's so many telltale things to look at on a guitar like this and to know that it was not made in Nashville. You know, it's just, for one thing, you know, all the hardware on it is just, I mean, the plastic on these pickup rings is just laughable. It's so terrible. Does it do the job and hold the pickup? Yes, it does. There's nothing wrong with it structurally. So, yeah. But, you know, am I ever going to get the neck straight enough to play like my custom shop Les Paul? Stay tuned. I'm going to keep working on it. Yeah, I mean, the action, it's very playable the way it is, you know. Okay, the purpose of this video is to tell all the people out there that hate these guitars, look, if it's something you can make music on, you know, politics and economics aside, if it's something you can enjoy and you can play and go like, this is a plus in my life. And of course, if you're not going to be a rotten son of a bitch and try and sell it as a real Gibson on the open market, well then I say, why not? I am not going to sell this on the open market as a Gibson or anything else. I am just going to keep playing it. I had another one which I gave to a friend of mine, and I let him know that he cannot sell it as a real Gibson, and he will not. Yeah, so yeah, I just really, I don't know. I get pretty bummed out when people come down on me and come out and down on other people that buy these guitars and, you know, just mess with them and try and make them play good, try and make them sound good or whatever, you know, as if it's some sort of crime against humanity. The crimes against humanity, all you need to do is just look in the papers, look in the news, and look on the internet. You see it all over the place. The people that are making these guitars, they're actually trying to make a living over there in China. They're actually, of course, yes, forgery, right on. They're like stealing a trademark. Yeah, that's not good. That's not good. So it all depends, you know, it's in the eye of the beholder, and it's also on your own ethical nature. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to just play it and enjoy it? Or are you like seeking to make a forgery that you can make hundreds and hundreds of dollars on? Well, if you are the latter, then yeah, you are creating a crime. Not a great crime against humanity, but a crime against your fellow man that is not admirable in any way, shape, or form. Okay, so gosh, why am I even bothering saying this? You know, I mean, this is just common sense. But common sense is putting new pickups in a Chibson that are not Chinese until they start making really great pickups. And I think they're on the verge. Okay, well, compared to like my original video of this thing, maybe you can hear a little bit of a difference, a little bit more bite. You know, that's what happens when you put Gibson pickups in. I paid only like $70 each for these pickups. So now I'm up to $440. You know, I don't think I would do anything else to this guitar except for stuff that I can do myself physically, like resoldering stuff, you know, replacing pots, little inexpensive parts. Taking this to a luthier and having him, you know, do his whole trip to it, set up, you know, adjust the truss rod, mill the frets and stuff like that. No, I don't think it's really worth it, because anybody who's worth their salt is going to be like $200 or $300 to do the kind of work to this guitar to make it as good as it can be, which might not be that good. It might not be any better than you can do yourself if you take a few, you know, lessons on YouTube and learn how to, you know, level the frets and stuff like that. Of course, taking a few lessons on YouTube and learning how to level the frets does not make you a luthier by any stretch of the imagination. But, you know, if you're working on a $299 guitar, it's good because you're working on it and you're not insulting your luthier by bringing him something like this. So, okay, that is my whole Chibson rant for the month of January, which is almost over. So if you made it this far in this video, I hope you learned something, and you can call me out. You can call me a jerk for buying, you know, a fake Les Paul, but I actually own more real Gibsons than Chinese guitars by quite a number. Does that make me good? No. It means I have a problem like you do, which is buying too many guitars. And I have no idea what the cure is. Some people say the cure is more guitars. I don't know, you know. What if your credit cards are like redlining or whatever, you know, or you have to take out a second on your house or something like that. I haven't gotten in any of that kind of trouble because I buy and sell. I trade off a lot of stuff, but I don't know. Maybe I'd have more vacations if I didn't buy so many damn guitars. Okay, that's enough. I've wasted enough of your time. Thank you.